How are you guys doing? Welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at a Gamezone, which is another Bluezilla launchpad. I know you guys, another Bluezilla launchpad. You're wondering, when is this gonna end? Does Bluezilla have a stop to the amount of fucking launchpads that they're gonna do? Probably not. Let's get into it. Gamezone has a pretty clear goal. They are doing IGOs, they're doing INOs. If you're into NFTs, if you're into crypto gaming, if you want to participate in initial gaming offerings and initial NFT offerings, then this clearly is a site for you. That is, if you like Bluezilla. Today we're going to move into the entire launchpad. We're going to give it a thorough review. We're going to look at every single aspect of this launchpad and give our very own opinion on the launchpad at the end of it. So if you're thinking about maybe getting into this one, then definitely stay tuned and grab your notepad, grab a cup of coffee. 30 minutes. All right, 30 minutes and you'll be completely up to speed. So let's get into it. Gamezone. Okay, all right. So let's take a look at the homepage first and foremost. So we can see that we can get it on Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Gate.io, and MEXC. Gate.io, okay, not a big fan. PancakeSwap, of course, is where I would recommend everybody to go, or Uniswap is fine as well. You can open the app, which we're not gonna do just yet because we're gonna look around a little bit further. Unlock the blockchain gaming industry. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Let's get into the juicy stuff though. Next gen support. Once a purely Ethereum based affair, blockchain powered games have now gone cross-chain, and promising titles are being developed on many of the most prominent DApp capable blockchains. So for those of you who are not aware, multi-chain means that there are other chains incorporated in this launchpad as well, which is obviously a very good positive and very much with the times. It is something Bluezilla does a lot, so it is just something that they usually have in all of their launchpads. So yeah, that's great. In the true vision of the metaverse, Gamezone provides a one-stop solution to gain access to promising games being built across all major blockchains, including Binance Smart Chain, Solana, Polygon, Ethereum, Avalanche, Velas, and more. Imagine a permanent season pass for blockchain games, where you get early access to the latest and greatest games before anyone else. So this is great, not just for investors, but also the people that actually want to play the games themselves. And even for investors, that can be very nice to get a little bit of a feel for what the game is all about as you are an investor. So even if you don't want to actually play the game, just to try it out might be a good idea regardless. Whether you are at the earlier stages of design and conception, an established project simply looking to step up your game, or something in between, Gamezone provides the solution to take your project to the next level. So as per basically every Bluezilla project, they aren't just a launchpad, they're also a incubator. So they help projects grow and they help them from the start, which is not very interesting as an investor. So we're moving on. Okay, now the tier system, this is what we are gonna be very interested in. We are seeing 4 tiers from Starter, Veteran, God Mode, and Celestial. Now, what we're seeing right away, the first thing that I'm noticing here is that we are seeing Lottery. Now, Lottery, of course, is not for everybody, right? It means that you do not have a 100% chance to be able to participate, which is not something I am a big fan of. If I was to stake my money into a launchpad and participate in it, I will want a full 100% chance to be with that project and to be able to invest in it. Imagine missing out just because your lottery ticket wasn't the one. Also, you will not get a very big allocation, so for me, I would just put a little bit more money in, get that slightly bigger allocation, and get it guaranteed. Obviously, we all know why they put it in there. It is for their marketing purposes and to give an option for people that just don't have the same money. Then we see Veteran, which is the first tier that I would be interested in with a full 100% guaranteed IGO participation. Now let's move over and see what the actual prices are on these. Okay, so Gzone is going for around 2 cents. So that means that 2 cents times, let's see, oh, wrong one. 20K would be the first guaranteed allocation tier. So that would be $400 in the current market. So this is an expensive launchpad. 400 just for a guaranteed allocation. Now, the biggest tier is going for 125,000, which would be 2,500 US dollars. It would have a pool weight of 70, so that would already be 7 times as much as the first guaranteed allocation tier and 14 times as much as the first tier. And then we also have God mode with 70,000 tokens staked. The first two, one are whitelist and the other two aren't. We see the access to FCFS round. Now this is everyone except for the lottery tier. Private deal allocations is only reserved for the whales in Celestial tier. Then the early access to new games and beta versions is for everyone, which is really awesome. They give this perk to every single tier, no matter how much you have staked. And chance for free gaming NFT airdrops, low, medium, high, highest. Now this doesn't say a lot. They're not dropping any percentages. They're not dropping any actual numbers. You can say that Celestial airdrops have the highest chance, but what does that actually mean? Does that mean you have an 80% chance to get an airdrop? And does it mean 80% chance every week or every day or every hour? So very limited information there. Obviously, the higher the tier, the higher the chance, but without specifications, I cannot tell you how good these chances are. A low chance doesn't mean zero, so it means that over 2 years you should get at least a couple of drops, but they might as easily well not give you any drops because, well, it's a low chance. So I would have liked some more specifications on that, and I want everyone to keep that very much in mind when investing or when doing your own research. They don't specify percentages, so you cannot be sure, so do not count on it too much. Even if you have Celestial, there's only to say how much will that actually give you in terms of odds. Then we're seeing here, depending on your tier, Gamezone provides G-Zone stakers with access to a huge range of potential opportunities, which might include access to initial gaming NFT offerings, early access to new Gamezone products, features, and services, access to a wide array of play-to-earn games, early access to new games, beta versions, and expansions, access to initial game offerings, IGOs, obviously because it's a launchpad, randomly allocated gaming token and NFT airdrops. And the Gamezone ecosystem evolves, new use cases and value driven for the G-Zone token will follow. Okay, so for the most part, this is quite average. This is what most launchpads do provide. Again, I would like to quickly point out, they do not state percentages of the chances of your NFT airdrops. Access to initial IGO offerings is basically just a normal launchpad. This is just what a launchpad does, so that's not anything extra either. Early access to new games is really cool. It makes sure that you can get into the game before anyone else. If you're a gamer, that's really nice, but also if you're an investor, to check out the game and see if it has potential. Access to NFT offerings, that is really cool. INOs have been blowing up. Of course, the NFT market isn't doing so hot as of right now, but that doesn't matter because it will bounce back most likely. And NFT offerings have always had a history of doing very well, so that is very cool. Early access to new Gamezone products, features, and services. That is again pretty vague. They're just saying in the future we will be doing new developments and new things will be added. Yeah, sure. I mean, again, we'll just have to wait and see what that actually means. It's not anything concrete. And then access to a wide array to play to earn games. Again, as an investor, it's not very interesting. If you are a gamer and you would like to game and play to earn, then yes. But I assume that most people watching this are actual investors, so they don't care about that. So that is a bit of a breakdown of all of the things that they listed there. Bootstrap your player base. Building great games takes time, inspiration, coordination, and focus on what do you best. Coordination and focus on what you do best, and leave the rest up to us. That was a bit of a difficult sentence to read here. Anyways, yeah, this is quickly about the incubation of Bluezilla. I've heard some good things about it. Obviously, Bluezilla is massive, so they do have a good and large team. So it makes sense that they do good in incubations. So yeah, don't really have anything bad to say about that. Deflationary tokenomics. The long-term survival of the blockchain space and many of the projects building in it largely depends on the sustainability of their token distribution model. Flooding the market with tokens leaves little room for speculators and opportunists. While releasing tokens slowly limits the rewards. I feel like that's a bit of a typo. The rewards available for early adopters and long-term believers. Alt Gamezone, we address both of these changes simultaneously. Okay, I feel like that is just a text. They made it so hard to read. Like, I know what they mean, I understand what they say, but please get a script writer. This is, in my opinion, just bad writing. 7% fee on G-Zone sell orders, 2% burned, 5% allocated as staking rewards. Early unstaking fee up to 25%, and then the reward mechanism earns you a perpetual income from 5% on the G-Zone sell fee and receive rewards from early unstaking. Receive rewards from early unstaking. Okay, that seems odd. Guys, you're not going to believe it. I actually just killed a fly. What? That is a first in my life. Public sale price is 50. No, I'm saying that wrong. Less than a cent actually, so it's very, very low. Okay. Supply at listing is 31 million. Initial market cap is 155,000 USD, and the maximum supply is 1 billion. So that is indeed a very ultra low initial market cap. Now that is something we see a lot with Bluezilla. Obviously they're a very big company. They have a lot of money, a lot of resources, a big team. So they put their market prices very, very low to attract a lot of people and grow and scale their launchpads very quickly. So yeah, I mean, they have the money, they have the investment, they have the team and the experience. So that is why you see that often with Bluezilla launchpads. Doesn't necessarily mean that their projects are always successful at all. But yeah, it does mean that they are able to oftentimes offer this very low initial market cap. And we're seeing the market cap being 155,000. I wouldn't say that it's ultra low, but it is indeed a very low market cap. But I mean, we have seen lower than that for sure. I mean, when we're looking at ultra low, I would say that would be around 60, 70, 80K. 155K is definitely not ultra low, but it is low. Fair enough. Moving over to the tokenomics, we're seeing the team with 12%. That is very good. Again, like I say oftentimes here with Bluezilla, it is a bit of a trend. We're seeing their percentages for the team usually being quite low on all of their launch pads. Just something that I've noticed with Bluezilla. Then their advisors are at 6%. Very high for advisory. Liquidity at 15, ecosystem at 15, reserve at 5, staking at 15, private sale at 20, very big private sale, public at 11, and 1% for airdrop. 1% airdrop is normal, that's average, that's how much they usually bring. The team stands out as it is quite low, and the advisors also stand out as it's a little bit higher than normal. Liquidity standing out to 15% is a very high. I know that Bluezilla cares a lot about the liquidity of their projects. They want stable tokens, as every project really, and yeah, they really do have the guts to put 15% into liquidity, which is really good. Yep, Bluezilla, we know. And then a bit more about the incubator program, and then that is the end of their homepage. Okay, so with the homepage done, we are now moving over to the other features of the website to give some extra details and value. Now you have the main overview. Now we're gonna dive in a little bit deeper to give you guys the actual details on this launchpad. Token has been out for a while, since 2021. I believe token TGE was at late 2021. The token did very, very well. Everyone who was there made some very big profits, as the token even reached as high as $1 near the end of 2021. For the rest, we're seeing the coin drop off, obviously, but that is very normal for a launchpad. Coin drop offs are very, very normal. It's because, as you can see over here, everyone is in the cliff and they are not allowed to get rid of them. They're holding on. Here is the first end of the cliff after a couple of weeks, and we're seeing a sell off. But the token actually continued to grow after that. But around here, at the very, very end of 2021, just before Christmas, probably a big whale that dropped off a massive amount of coins. And regardless of the high liquidity of this coin, that caused a big drop off. It then stayed stable for a while, but everyone simply continued to sell their coins, and the market became very, very bearish, causing the launchpad to reach the low amounts it is right now. Obviously, very not good for the people that had the tokens, but for the people that are interested in actually joining into the project right now and participating right now, it actually makes the launchpad cheaper to get into. So it's a good thing and a negative thing at the same time. As for the team, it is difficult to pinpoint who exactly is behind this. We know that it's Bluezilla. But Bluezilla Launchpads, what they do, they put Bluezilla on the About page instead of the team that is actually creating the Launchpad. So we know it's Bluezilla behind this Launchpad, but we don't know the exact people who are working on this, which is obviously, in my opinion, a very large negative. I get it that it's Bluezilla, but I would have also liked to see what staff of Bluezilla was particularly assigned to Gamezone. Over here on their Twitter, we are seeing 146,000 followers, which is a lot. What else? We are seeing good interaction over here, but this is of course their pinned comment. This is from the 13th of February with 237 likes. I would like to see, these are retweets from Bluezilla. I would like to see actual tweets, please. Hello? An actual tweet from you, yourself, not a retweet. No, not a retweet. Nope, come on, an actual tweet, you guys. Oh my god, what kind of garbage Twitter is this? Dude, tweet something. Here we go, 18th of June, okay. So, their actual own posts, very hard to come by. They do it sometimes, so yeah, their interaction is good. Let's see what they say in the comments. I had a big price loss in the first stake. I hope luck favors those who need it. Yeah, so not a whole lot of interaction really. But that's weird because I'm seeing 27 comments and then I don't see any. Oh, yeah, this is about all of the interaction that they've had. So the Twitter, I don't know, it's a bit disappointing. It just feels like yet another Bluezilla Launchpad. They don't really have a character much behind being Bluezilla in my opinion. But then again, very big Twitter does seem to have a large following and not necessarily any negative sentiment on the Twitter thus far. Okay, let's look at the prior projects. That is, of course, the most important thing. And immediately, in the coming soon, I see Souls of Meta. Now, if you are interested on a full 30-minute breakdown of the Souls of Meta IGO, then go over to my video on it. It's on the channel, and it completely breaks down the entire project, so you can read up on that. So that is the information on Souls of Meta. You can find it. We also have an AMA discussing it on this channel, so just check it out if you're interested. Overall, the sentiment was pretty positive on Souls of Meta. Now, Taunt of Battleworld, I have never heard of it before, so we're gonna try and look at that in a little bit. Now, what is more important are, of course, the projects that have already been done, the closed projects. We are seeing MetaMat, Outer Ring, and Verve. Both of these three have 100% finished their progression. They have raised a very high amount, and each launchpad had more than 2,500 participants. So definitely a lot of people participating and trusting this launchpad, which is a very good indicator. Obviously, the past is no indication of the future, but like I always say, is the best indication we got, and the past definitely indicates quite some good stuff. Sometimes we are seeing some lower numbers over here, 470, but then again the same IGO here with nearly 3,000 participants. I have yet to find a single project that hasn't fully raised everything it wanted. Now, I understand that just raising a lot of money and having a lot of participants doesn't make the IGOs actually profitable, but I know for a fact that a lot of these projects have 3, 4, 5x'd, and they had some very good successes in here. So yeah, overall very positive. I'm quite bullish about the projects they've already done. I'm quite bullish about Souls of Meta, which is a upcoming IGO here. Let's see if we can find any information on Taunt Battleworld. I don't think the link went anywhere. If you click on it, it just doesn't go anywhere. They do have a Twitter page, and they have 20k followers, and they have a website over here. Yeah, there you go. So this is one of the upcoming. Oh my god, there's no way they put this animation out here. Jesus, that is horrible. Okay, anyways, yeah, this is one of their upcoming IGOs. Acquire a one-of-a-kind Aquilid Warrior, fight for the old god, engage to earn. Okay, not very bullish about this one, you guys. It looks very crappy, but like I said, Souls of Meta definitely looked a lot better, so take a look at that video if you haven't already. Over here we can go over to staking. We have a dashboard. We can see the APY, the total GZone staked, and the number of stakers. Over here, if you've connected your wallet, you can see the amount you have staked and your rewards over here. You can very easily withdraw or stake more coins. Very, very simple. And obviously, you'll have to connect your MetaMask and get yourself some coins over on PancakeSwap or Gate.io or whatever you're using. And yeah, guys, it's really that simple. A very, very good dashboard, like all Bluezilla projects. They all kind of look the same though. That is something I would like to point out. They definitely all kind of look the same. And then here we have the unstaking fees. If you unstake early, less than 2 weeks, you'll be paying a 25% fee. After 8 weeks, nothing. So yeah, that was worth pointing out as well. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching to yet another review. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like. Don't forget to join our Discord and subscribe. Alright, you guys, see you in the next one. Bye bye.